it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, stay back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On the double. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the call, Ready?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, alert 3. 6-6, pull it high. Big grip.
On second down, it's Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Hey, Delta. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
We play to win. Let's go.
Ready? Yo, go!
All day, every day, any day.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set! 18, Gator!
Mike,
Let's go!
Greer on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Let's go!
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ricky. Take 4. Deuce.
Snap!
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Kill.
You draw Corker! Fire!
On 1st and 10, Greer. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Greer sets to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 87 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
At the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shift. Con, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Now a run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Hit it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch out, watch out. Ready?
Back to the air. Greer on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
22, Mike 22. It's our time. It's our time. Mike 22, he's coming. Get it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 21-0 our score after 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Cook.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
A toss to Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. And able to find Green. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to the ground. Cook. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck. 22, he's counting 22.
2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Ready up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Greystone travel. Go. Hey, zoom. Watch the curl.
Greer looks to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
A first scoring update now from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
29 is a Mike. Ready.
They're going to go. It's Greer. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 29.
On first down, it's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check.
Greer. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
29 is a Mike 29.
Greer on 3rd down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Greer in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 19 yards away, and the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the turnover, here's Greer. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 10-yard line.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bravo! Hey! Yo, cheetah! Put your hands on that.
Now a 1st down throw. Greer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 66 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56. Come on, D. X3. 218. Chop it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
General West.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Zipper. Go.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Check Mike.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Big stop, D.
Hey, Echo. Now.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. D.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Step it up.
Watch that. 5.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And now it's 2nd down. Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
18 Gator.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Greer. And he connects with Vance McDonald. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Greer looks to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Greer on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Greer now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Hey, seam 6. Now.
On second and 10, Greer going deep to the end zone for Jude. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
80 weapons. Hey, Delta. 36. Hustle, high five.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some room to work. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 38 yards on the scamper there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster.
Down. 60 or.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Buzz. Mike 22, Mike 20.
Here's second and 8. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Ready?
Back to the air. Greer on second down. Going deep here for Watkins. They got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. First down, Greer. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Hey, exit.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get up.
Greer throwing again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever.
Hey, box drop.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Let's go, dude.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Go.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
Hey, zoom.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack, Greer. They fights him off. Just keeping the play alive. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and 1. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And Greer's going to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10. Here's Greer again. And he finds a man. That's Watkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Trying to go back to Watkins. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Again, it's Williams. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points